Whoa. Saturday morning, getting ready for the day. I slept in today. It's 9 o'clock. Maverick's already eaten. Erica got his breakfast hooked up. You guys can see how much better his breakfast looks today than yesterday. He actually has a plate. He's got nice cut up pieces. You know, that's mommy work right there. Daddy work is, a little bit more rugged. Erica's getting ready to go to the gym, and then I'm gonna go to the gym once she gets back. So we're just gonna switch off hanging out with Mav this morning. So opposed to what you guys saw yesterday, as far as the type of breakfast I had, where it was high carb, high fat, moderate protein, today we're gonna keep those fats low because we're going to the gym in about an hour or so. Once Erica gets back, we'll do a cardio. Oh, she's hitting the double bicep. When we first started dating, she would always hit this right bicep in every photo we did together. She doesn't do this much now. She doesn't even train upper body much now, but she still got some upper body. You got a well-rounded breakfast, man. You got carbs, you got fat, you got protein.
Mav eats the best around here.
That's true.
He's a priority.
And
she throws it all on the floor.
Yeah, she gets the leftovers. We have to make her sit there, otherwise she's all up in his business.
Come on, buddy. Hopefully there's a treadmill available.
I was trying to think about what else I was gonna have for the carbs, and I think I'm just gonna have some bread, put a little bit of the rest of this banana. Got the bread, the rest of the banana, a little bit of honey, and we got some yogurt. And then outside of this, I'll probably just have some collagen a little bit closer to the time I leave for the gym, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. We have full body on the agenda, and you guys are gonna stick around for this workout because it's gonna be brutal. I wrote it last night. I actually write all my workouts the night before right now, put it in my training group, so if anyone wants to try it with me the following day, we can all get after it together. And today, full body, it's about to suck. Maverick, you wanna show him something cute? Cheers. Cheers. Come on, cheers. Yeah. You gotta take a sip after. Come on, cheers, yeah. Take your sip, cheers. Yeah. Take your sip though, take your sip. Ready? So ready, it goes. Cheers. Working on it still. This here is collagen. I like to take it before I go to the gym. Every leg session. Whoa, it's okay, buddy. But you guys want to be mindful. If you're thinking about taking collagen, make sure you're using it for the right reasons. Some people think it can help with their muscle building because it is a protein. However, it doesn't have the right makeup to make it the most optimal for muscle building. What it does help with, for me, I take it specifically for the joint health benefits. Also can help with hair and nails and stuff like that. So if you're into that, check it out. But for me, the biggest thing is definitely joint health. So cheers to that. Good job. Here you go. Oh, go ahead. Do it again. Do it again. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, today's training session is going to be full body. So it's my third lift of the week. Earlier this week, I did upper, lower on Tuesday and Wednesday. So you guys saw the leg day session from Wednesday. He found the mic. It's the mic. I told you about the mic yesterday, remember? It allows the people to hear us better. Yeah, I'll give you one when you can learn to talk a little bit better. The reason I like to do these full body days is because I'm only training or lifting 3 times per week right now. So this gives me and allows me to have the optimal amount of frequency to make sure I'm maintaining my muscle strength and potentially make gains. For me in my journey right now, making more gains isn't necessarily the objective, but I of course want to try to maintain as much muscle as possible. And where I can make improvements, I want to make improvements. So allowing myself a little bit more leeway to do that if I have optimal frequency throughout the week. So if I was just doing 3 times per week and one day was push, one day was pull, and one day was legs, then I'm not going to be able to hit those muscle groups twice in a week. So at least with the upper lower full body 3 times per week split, I still can get a little bit more frequency throughout the week and still try to hit most of the things that I want to twice per week. So I'm just gonna hang out with little man a little bit longer. Erica should be home shortly, and then I'm gonna head to the gym. I'll see you at the bar.
Today we're going to be starting with overhead shoulder press, and I don't do this movement too much. It's more of like an overall strength movement rather than a hypertrophy movement. It's not the best hypertrophy movement. Not to say that you can't see gains with this, but it's not something I would suggest that you do if you're really trying to lock in on hypertrophy movements. I know the science stuff can get a little bit tricky. Sometimes it's a little bit overstated. At the end of the day, put in work, do exercises that you like and enjoy and that feel good for you, and you're probably going to be in a good spot. So, if you wanted to make this a little bit better for hypertrophy, you could do it seated. That way, you're not having to worry about the stabilization of your core and your body. You could do a machine that adds some stability as well. Or, you can just lift some weight, train hard, have fun, be consistent, and you're probably still going to see good results. But structure does matter. Anyway, that's my little spiel about, you know, the whole science lifting stuff. Like, it's definitely important. I utilize it in all my programmings. But there are times where I just want to move some weight and do exercise that I enjoy. And today, I want to start with this. So we're going to start with this. Ugh. Mm. Ooh. Because this is a movement I don't do all that often, I actually am not really sure where my rep range would fall between 8 to 12. I really don't know. So I need to go heavier than this, though. So that was set one. We'll get into set two, and I'll probably show my most intense working set for each exercise and give you guys some tips here or there, just let you know how I'm feeling. But overall, that felt good. I'm going to go ahead and load it up, see if we can get some real work on, real weights on. I want to bring up a point really quick that kind of goes back to what I was just saying about don't try to over analyze or over focus on some of the stuff that you might see online about, science says this is the best, research says this is the best. While those definitely should be a factor and help you make decisions, that shouldn't be the only thing you think about. And one thing that Erica and I talked about with one of our clients is don't try to major in the minors. And what she meant by that, Erica said that, it was a great statement. But what she meant by that was you can't try to focus on all these small little details when you don't even have the foundational pieces laid down. Like if you're not training hard, if you're not consistently going to the gym, if you're not having like overall outline structure with your training, then you don't need to major in the minors, the minor things that can matter and help you go to the next level, but they only matter if you have the major things already in alignment. So just keep that in mind. I think that was really well said by her. And it aligns with what we do with our training business. That's why it's called Intention Athletics. We do everything with purpose. We grow with purpose. No wasted steps. Let's get into this next set. Oof. You guys are probably looking at this like, what the heck is this setup we have right here? But what we're doing is a superset with some shrugs and some Nordic hamstring curls. Now, if you don't have like a glute ham machine, then this is a good way you can set up some Nordics. I like doing it like this when I don't have access to that machine. This gym actually does have a glute ham, but with the superset, I can get two things done a little bit quicker. So I've hit my shrugs with this weight, and then I go right into my Nordics. So actually, I'm starting with my Nordics first. And yeah, keep the butterflies. Not my decision, but just using what the gym has. Let's get it. Just trying to control this negative as much as I can on the way down. If you've never done those before, you should definitely give them a try. You want to try to control that negative way down. You can see I use my arms to push myself up on the way back up. If you get really strong with these, you can go down slow and come back up without using your arms. That's pretty elite. So right after this, we're going to go right into the shrugs. Wow. The added benefit of this pad right here is you protect your family jewels just a little bit. Ah. So right now, I do go a little bit lighter on shrugs. Typically, I could do more weight than this. However, dealing with the neck issue that I mentioned before previously, I want to make sure I'm not making any things irritated because the shrug pattern is one of the movements that irritates to some. Thankfully, I didn't feel it on that, so I'm just going to stay with this weight around 15 reps and should feel pretty good. There really isn't a good angle to show you guys this next one, but we have leg press next. And this leg press is one of those old school leg presses, and it's angled, so it's actually even better for the quads. And I love doing this leg press. It takes a lot of pressure off my knees. So out of all leg presses I've used, this is my favorite one, and it looks very just vintage. So gonna hit this, going 3 sets. I already did 1 set. These are 100-pound plates, so we got 200 on, and even 200 pounds is pretty difficult. I try to make sure that the seat is pretty far up. I get my feet real nice in a position where my knee can go over my toe some, so I can focus on the quads a little bit more. And thankfully, this doesn't bother my knee that much either. So this is a great machine for me. You guys got to try those machines and see which one feels best for you. Like, look at this. Look how deep we can get into this. Ah, so this was soft. Ah, oh, that's good. 3 sets total here. Anywhere from 8 to 12 was the goal. First set I got 10. That set I got 8. So I'm gonna keep it here. I'll probably end up getting about 7 on the next one. Don't put numbers on it though. Just go till you can't have a rep range you're shooting for. But if you go over, you go over. If you go under, you go under. Just try to train no failure. Oh, gonna hit a chest press next. Just gonna use the machine for the added stability a little bit later, so the workout, my energy's a little bit tapped out. So it's good to use machines at this point. And going for around 10 to 12. Got isolations. Well, not isolation, but more stable exercises coming up. So we got this, lat pull down, bis and tris, and we're out of here. So the hard part is out of the way, but you still got to train intentionally and train hard on all sets. Put my cape on. I don't like having my back touching all this stuff. Here we go. Woo! Okay, my what's too heavy? Come on. Yeah. That was only 6 reps, so I'm actually gonna go a little bit lighter. Was that 6? I think I counted correctly. Gonna go a little lighter on the last set. I already did one before this, but one more here. And guys, I'll post my workout stats at the end. I record everything on my app as far as my tracking of my weights, reps, etc. So I'll share that at the end if you guys want to save this workout for another time, or just want to know what I did for the whole workout. I'm gonna hit some lat pull downs next here. Just trying to focus on going a little bit wide, pulling down, the elbows going right into the side. 3 sets. Again, aiming for that rep range about 8 to 12. Gonna light up the lats a little bit here. D. K. What up? Happy Maho. Tire K. East. Beeps. East. Cup. Sate. Kicks. Beepsy. Sit. They. Say. Six. Skip. Bring some more. Closing on the end of the workout now. Actually already did 2 sets here, but we got a bicep and tricep superset, starting with overhead extensions for the triceps. Got the easy bar down here. And then we're gonna go with just regular seated underhand curls for the biceps. And that's gonna be a wrap. 3 sets total. This is my last set. And I'm hungry, super hungry. I'm ready to eat, so ready to bounce up out of here and enjoy the rest of my Saturday with the fam. Go. Right into the curls. Curls, curls, curls. Holy shit. All right, y'all. That's a wrap. I'll see you guys on the next one. You don't need to know whole posing again. I just did that yesterday or 2 days ago, so maybe the next one. Peace, y'all. No wasted steps.